Hey lambs, Ky here, back for another Ky Rants. I am so sick right now. However, I still needed to record your rant so you could hear I'm very stuffy, and also I'm recording it on my phone because I just got up from a nap to record for y'all and then I'm going back to sleep. This rant is about a mother who tossed her children over a bridge like they were nothing. Don't forget, Ky Rants and all of Love and Murder is sponsored by my lamb Patreon, patreon.com/Love and Murder. If you want to become a sponsor of Love and Murder, head on over to our Patreon, and along with your sponsorship, you do get extras as a lamb Patreon. www.patreon.com/Love and Murder. And don't forget to visit our Etsy store, lambmarket.etsy.com. Now let's get into this rant. On Friday, September 24th, 2021, police with the Shreveport Police Department responded to a 911 call at around 11 a.m. Someone who was working on a yard crew nearby saw a child floated in the lake beneath a bridge. Marine patrol officers were dispatched where they found 10-month-old baby Joshua, who at the time was unresponsive. They pulled him from the water and did try to resuscitate him on the scene, but he died. As they were investigating further, they walked further on down the coast of the bridge, and they found another child laying on his back, 5-year-old Elijah, and pulled him from the water. He was responsive, but severely injured. He was rushed to the LSU Ochsner Health Shreveport with life-threatening injuries, police said. According to investigators, Elijah gave them evidence that was critical in identifying his mother as the person who threw him and his little brother off of the Cross Lake Bridge. Elijah told police that on September 24th, he was celebrating his 5th birthday, and that morning, his mother had taken him and his little brother to the bridge. He said that his mother said, "You and your brother have, quote, germs," and that the water below the bridge was, quote, good water. And then she basically, quote, rolled him off the top of the bridge into the water, him and his brother. Police went in search of 34-year-old Ureka Black and arrested her for second-degree murder and attempted second-degree murder. If she was convicted of that, she would face a life sentence and up to an additional 50 years on the attempted second-degree murder charge. On September 11th, right before jury selection for her trial, Ureka filed a motion to represent herself in court. The judge said, okay, and allowed her to represent herself with Elizabeth Gibson of the Cato Parish District Public Defender's Office on standby if she should need help. During the trial, she didn't call any witnesses, she didn't cross-examine, she didn't even testify. Basically, it sounds like she just stood there. However, on the other side, testimony from her sister and Elijah, who pointed his mother out as the one who did this, in a recorded interview that was shown in court, is what helped secure her conviction. Now, I know you're wondering, why would she represent herself in court and then not do anything? I did read another article in which her sister said that Ureka was shown to have mental health issues. So who knows what was going on with her? Maybe she was having a mental break. Maybe she was hallucinating. Maybe in her head she was doing a great job in court, but in reality she was literally just standing there. I don't know. But she didn't do anything. She just was there in court. On September 13th, 2023, a jury of 9 women and 3 men took only 2 hours of deliberation before they found her guilty of 1 count of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. District Judge Donald E. Hathaway Jr. basically reported that he wasn't impressed with her performance in court at all. He is quoted as saying that she did an abnormal job acting as her own advocate in court. On September 28th, Judge Hathaway ordered Ureka to serve a life sentence in prison without the possibility of parole. In addition to that, he also tacked on another 50 years for the attempted murder of Elijah. These sentences are supposed to be served simultaneously. What did y'all think about this case? her sister is saying she had mental health issues. And with her saying, you had germs and that's good water to her children, I'm pretty sure that's the case. She had a 10-month-old, so she could have been going through postpartum depression, which in certain people, especially, people with a history of mental illness, does show itself in different ways. So I'm wondering if that's what happened. And I'm also wondering if they did take her for a psychiatric evaluation at all, or did they just charge her based on face value? Like, to me, maybe she should be in a mental hospital. Like, don't get me wrong, she needs to be somewhere, but maybe she should be in a mental hospital. Because it does sound, if her sister's saying she had mental issues, it does sound like this was the case, mixed in with hormones from just having a baby, lack of sleep, having a second child, stress, a bunch of stuff. So that's what it could have been. Again, not that I'm giving an excuse for, trying to murder your 2 children. I'm just saying, maybe it's a mental health issue, which in jail, you're not going to get help for mental health at all. So what do y'all think? Do y'all agree with me that it could be a mental health issue? Or do you think it's just open and shut case? This mother was just trying to murder her children and that's it. She's exactly where she belongs. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, or as I normally do, I do put out a poll on my Patreon for everybody to answer, or on Spotify. You can answer the poll there too. Let me know in the comments below or answer the poll. And that's all I have for you in today's Ky's Rant. I know my rant wasn't as fiery as it usually is, but I am in pain. Also, I will be telling you about the Carly Russell case that apparently half of y'all agree with me and half of y'all said I was way too harsh. So we'll be talking about that at a later time. If you want to get your thoughts heard on a later episode, be sure to include it in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.